Breaking news: the Supreme Court on Friday ruled that the TikTok ban unfortunately stands, which means that it threatens the app's existence. And they also ruled that the US government can legally ban TikTok. Why? Let's get into it in today's video. Article headlining: Supreme Court upholds TikTok ban threatening app's existence in the US. Titled January 17, 2025 at 10:10 a.m. Eastern Time, which this video will be uploaded and out for you guys on the 18th, which is a day after I record the video, because I've already uploaded for the day. The article reads: The Supreme Court ruled on Friday that the federal government can legally shut down TikTok in the US, delivering a stunning blow to the viral video app used by about 500,000 Americans. The second paragraph to the article reads: Last April, President Biden signed a bipartisan bill that said TikTok must spin off from its China-based parent company or shut down in the US. The third paragraph to the article reads: TikTok contested the ban in court, arguing that it violates the free speech rights of both users and the company, an appeal that took all the way to the Supreme Court. Which heard the case on January 10th. The High Court's decision, the fourth paragraph reads to the article, means that starting on January 19th, tech giant Apple and Google can no longer offer TikTok on their app stores. Web hosting providers must cut ties with the platform or be subject to fines of $5,000 for each user that can still access the service. The penalty that can easily add up to billions of dollars. TikTok's seemingly nonstop legal limbo has sown widespread confusion among users over when and if the app will indeed stop working one day. But now the country's highest court has affirmed the federal ban. There is no doubt that for more than 170 Americans, TikTok offers a distinctive and expansive outlet for expression, means of engagement, and source of community. But Congress has determined that divestiture is is necessary to address its well-supported national security concerns regarding TikTok data collection practices, and relationship with a foreign adversary, the court wrote in an unsigned opinion. We conclude that the challenged provisions do not violate petitioners' First Amendment rights. The justices acknowledged the tight time frame they were operating under, emphasizing that the ruling should be seen as applying only to TikTok, not as a sweeping precedent. That caution is heightened in these cases given the expedited time allowed for our consideration. Our analysis must be understood to be narrowly focused. In highlight of these circumstances, the justices wrote. They continue, and it says, the ruling follows an emergency hearing held last week in which justices appeared skeptical that the free speech rights of millions of American TikTok users should surpass the national security risk Congress says China poses. Lawmakers fear the challenge. The Chinese government could use the app to spy on Americans or disseminate pro-China propaganda, even though TikTok skeptics may have never shown concrete examples of that happening. When Congress passed the law in April taking aim at TikTok, lawmakers provided a way for the company to avoid expulsion, fully divest from China-based parent company ByteDance, which would resolve the national security concerns of lawmakers and the intelligence community in Washington. But to executives, it reads, that is merely a symbolic life raft, since ByteDance has consistently indicated that the platform, China's first global security media hit, is not for sale. Furthermore, export controls laws in China prevent TikTok's algorithm from being sold unless, bear with me folks, binging regulators bless the transaction, something China experts have said the country is not likely to do. The article says and reads, the only justice to voice concern about the free speech implications of a ban was Neil Gorsuch, who called banning TikTok to remove the China threat a paternalistic point of view. I mean, don't we normally assume that the best remedy for problematic speech is counter speech, said Gorsuch, adding that TikTok has raised the possibility of including a disclaimer on its app indicating that some content could be covertly manipulated by China. U.S. Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelogar, representing the federal government, quickly shot that down with the analogy. Imagine if you walked into a store and I had a sign that said, one of 1 million products in the store causes cancer. She told the court, that is not going to put you on notice about what product is actually jeopardizing your health. The article reads, all eyes are now on President-elect Donald Trump. He filed a brief with the Supreme Court ahead of last week's oral arguments, asking that the justices delay the ruling to provide him time for his administration to cut a negotiated solution, as they call it, that would resolve the national security concerns. Trump, who tried unsuccessfully to ban TikTok in his first term, has since reversed course and now wants to save the app. He has publicly attributed his change of boosted the youth, or his change of heart, to his belief that TikTok boosted the youth turnout vote for him in November, but others have pointed to the timing of his flip-flop coming after Trump met with a billionaire hedge fund manager whose trading group owns a major stake of ByteDance, TikTok's parent company. The TikTok ban will start January 19th. The following day, Trump will be sworn into office. Unfortunately, once in the White House, Trump can instruct his Justice Department to not enforce the ban. That would put Apple, Google, and other companies that do business with TikTok in an awkward position, since the firms would technically be in violation of federal law. Another scenario is that Trump could extend the start date of the ban, even though it will have already started on January 19th. As I understand it, we shut down. It is possible that come January 20th, 21st, 22nd, we might be in a different world, said TikTok's lawyer, Noel Francisco, to the court last week, suggesting Trump may be able to put the ban on pause. Indeed, under the law, the president can delay the ban for a 90-day period, but only in the event that progress has been made toward a sail away from ByteDance. Prologer with the federal government told the court during oral arguments that if the ban takes effect, it might just give the U.S. government enough leverage to convince ByteDance and Chinese regulators to allow the sale of TikTok to an American company or group of U.S. investors. When push comes to shove and these restrictions take effect, I think it will fundamentally change the landscape with respect to what ByteDance is willing to consider, and it might be just the jolt that Congress expected the company would need to actually move forward with the divestiture process, she said. Okay, I don't usually agree with what Trump says, but I do honestly agree that he should do what he says he's gonna do in this type of situation, because TikTok has brought over 7 million people to the app, and they make lives out of TikTok, dude. They honestly, some of them do it, majority of them do it to pay their bills, make a living off of TikTok. I don't agree with Trump buying it himself if he does, like I've been told he's been planning to do, or Elon Musk. Now, anyone else like Mr. Beast, I'm fine with, because Mr. Beast is cool and he is an amazing YouTuber. That is all for today's video, folks. If you did enjoy this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.